Good morning. It's July 9th on a Wednesday, and today I want to talk to you about fear. Fear and anxiety kind of go hand in hand, don't they? And Joyce Meyer says there are 365 times in the Bible that it says to fear not. Well, if that's the deal, then God apparently wants us to fear not every single day of the year. And that's really amazing because he actually, where does fear come from? Well, God created us, and he created a little part in us that is supposed to discern between good and evil, between harm and safety, between wisdom and foolishness. And so, fear kind of tells us, originally, it's supposed to tell us when we're in danger and how to react to it, or, something like that. But, I think what happened is because we're not perfect, we took fear to another level. And now, especially I think as I get older, I realize you tend to be more anxious and fearful because you know what can happen. You've seen things where the young people don't really believe that could happen. I see, grandchild on a motorcycle, and I become afraid immediately, which is not my place to fear. But at the same time, you can't help it. It's just in you, and the more people you love and the more things that you love and the more life you love, you start to fear that it could go away. And in many cases it does, as in the people in Texas. They didn't even have time to fear. It just happened, and their worst fears came true. And that does happen sometimes. But in the Bible, God doesn't want us to sit around every single day in fear. No matter what happens, he does not want us to take those experiences and turn them into constant fear and constant anxiety. And we do that as human beings, but he doesn't want us to because, fear, I wrote down a few notes here. To overcome fear, and to trust in God's presence and power. When he says, fear not, it's a call to courage, to faith, and reliance on God in times of uncertainty and difficulty. Because who else can you rely on? You have to have something more than a human being to rely on, or the weather, or your job, or a vehicle, anything. You really can't rely on it, so you have to trust God. But it doesn't mean that the absence of fear will be. It just means not allowing fear to control and paralyze you. So God actually, to me, it almost looks like it's a test to fear, because when you fear, who do you place your trust in? Who or what do you place your trust in? Your money, the bank, the stock market, anything. But none of that is permanent, and none of that is for sure. But God is permanent, and he's for sure. And so instead, when you feel fear, you decide first if it's danger or not, safety or not, evil or not. It's not evil to walk out your door if you are afraid and you stay in the house and you don't want to step outside your door. That's not evil. That's not dangerous. That's just fear. And people are stuck in their homes sometimes because they have so much fear they can't even walk out the door. They have to overcome that. That is what God wants us to overcome, because we develop strength and increase our faith as we walk out that door. And that's just a small example. Now, I just picked one from the New Testament and one from the Old Testament. Both of them are very comforting. John 14:27. This is Jesus talking. And he says, let's see here, 27. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you, not as the world gives, do I give you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. And the longer you know Christ, the more you read in the Bible, the more you listen to good preaching, good Bible studies, good reflecting on what you read and hear, you'll understand that kind of peace. It's very hard to explain, but even in the midst of fear, even in the midst of the terrible things, you know that God is there, and whatever happens is His doing, His plan. And I say that very carefully because He doesn't plan to hurt us. But there are times when the plans are that we have to face our fears. And even if we've had bad experiences, and a lot of times that's where our fears come from, is bad experiences. I know in my case, I remember something and then I get afraid of something that looks like it, but it's not. And that's what you have to remember. In the Old Testament, very common one is Isaiah 41, verse 10. And God is talking here, and He's telling Isaiah to tell His people, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And He starts that out with, "Fear not, for I am with you." And a suggestion would be every single day practice saying, I do not fear, I'm not afraid. Just of something easy. You don't have to go up against something that is, evil or dangerous, but just something easy to say, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. When them anxious thoughts come in, say, I'm not afraid. God's taking care of it. Whatever it is, He'll take care of it. God bless you all, and I especially am praying for all of you in Texas, especially those that lost your children, Lord. I'm praying for you. I'm asking God to comfort you and uphold you with His righteous hand, to wrap His arms around you and shelter you with His wings. Lord, take care of them in Texas.